NA brother moving in. Was Dan?
You've been struggling to find the right furniture for your home?
Okay, let me begin.
Homelands is
Oh
your
damn. Well,
one-stop
the
shop
file, sure.
for living room, bedroom,
Sure.
dining room
But
furniture
at any
and
rate,
more.
inside here,
Our
what's up?
50,000
Well,
square
let me
foot
begin by
furniture
saying
and mattress showroom
my square
features
footage
furniture
here is
for
I have a
every
car
style.
outside with a brake problem. I'm
With
sitting
over
here,
$8
probably
million
not going to do it,
of furniture in
procrastinate, do a
stock
bunch.
and ready to take home.
Oh, the SUV.
Olam's has a financing plan for
It wasn't
everyone.
me, Tucker.
So
It was
shop
my
local,
fucking brake
shop
lines this
Olam's
morning.
today.
Let's see if I can stretch it 2 days.
The
Oh,
prosecutor
private,
is to pursue justice.
who you got there?
primarily means
Smuckatelli
enforcement
and
laws
Potato.
passed
Well, not
by the
Potato. I like
representatives of the
Potato.
people. Enforcement protects citizens
But,
from future crime, but also offers.
Good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson Tonight.
At any
My
rate,
block,
inside of there, Tucker,
my
what
hood,
stops
my city
crime,
is a
back to the
nonprofit
Stone Mill,
organization
labor
in
fraud,
Chicago.
time fraud, is
It's
getting them
designed
good
to
with
teach
that
kids
number,
how to
at least to
become
a certain
responsible
degree.
citizens.
I don't
Can't tell
take
you
the
if
level
program
to the
actually
PhD
works,
level because that
but
was
we
free
do seem to
American.
be aiming in the
There's a
right
cost to
direction.
that thing, but
Last
you
Saturday
certainly
afternoon,
need some of
members
it because you will make bad
Chicago's
decisions without it.
Bronzeville neighborhood to hang
100%.
Christmas lights. Pretty nice thing to do. Bronzeville was once the
And it
center
comes
of
an IMA
Chicago's
program.
thriving black-owned business
I'd like to hear what
district,
he
but
has
at
to
this
say.
point, it's just another dangerous neighborhood in a decaying city. How dangerous is
My
it?
block, my hood. Oh,
Well, as the kids hung their
absolutely
Christmas
love
lights,
it.
4 thugs got out of an SUV and robbed them. Then a few hours later, someone set fire to a Christmas tree they had set up in a nearby park. Who sets fire to Christmas trees? Well, suddenly a lot of people do. Last December, the same group of volunteers in Chicago had another one of their Christmas trees burned to the ground. The year before that, someone ran over the Christmas tree in Chicago's Washington
You know what we
Park
call
with a
that
car.
in game land?
So there seems
Waste
to be
not,
quite a bit
want
of
not.
Christmas tree
Or
destroying
what is
going
it?
on all
The
of a
game
sudden.
warden for
What does it
wastage
mean?
of a moose
Well,
you
let's
shoot
see.
out there?
This
Well,
isn't just a matter of people setting
you
fire
take a
to
tree that
false
has a
furs.
subject matter and
A
you turn it
Christmas
into a
tree
burning
is
bush.
a symbol. It's a symbol of a specific culture. It's a symbol of a
You
much-loved
you
tradition
reinforce
that
their
is hundreds of years
principles,
old.
honestly.
But above all,
And
it's a
I'd certainly
symbol
lead
of a
into suit
religion,
with the
in this case,
calculus,
the world's
whichever
largest
way that's
religion.
going.
Torching Christmas trees is an attack
Back to
on
energy.
Christianity. Obviously, it's an assault on religious observance.
Some people do it that
By
way,
current
though.
standards,
That's their
destroying
left-hand
someone's
spin. You got to
religious
know that
symbol
from
would be called
Muhammad.
a
I have to know
hate
that from
crime.
Catholic
That's
to
a
Muhammad. I
category
have to
much
know that from
beloved
Excise
and
Palace.
meticulously
Land
chronicled
Nav
by
works
the
the
Biden
same way.
Justice Department.
You got a
The
totally
DOJ can
different
tell you
chess gambit
precisely
there,
how
but
many
you could put
Qurans were burned last year
you
in
could
the
put
United
Tucker as a
States.
knight, you could put him
But they
as a
don't keep
bishop,
track
you
of
could put him
Christmas
as a
trees.
pawn.
Why is that?
And the
Well,
end of
because
that,
they
it would
care
be
less.
referenced in all those
Christopher
positions.
Wray
Look
isn't
at the job of a
dispatching
king in
team of
position,
FBI
doing
agents to get to the
A,
bottom of Christmas
just like
arson.
A, doing
Merrick Garland is
A.
not going to issue a press release about it.
Or
Trust
B.
us. The media, for their part, find the whole thing hilarious.
Hilarious.
After a Christmas display was vandalized 3 years in a row.
How
at a
fucking
park
crazy
in
you can be
Chicago,
when you
most
get out
recently
there and
this
say a
past
number like
weekend,
Democrat.
CBS News produced this headline.
If anything, you could say the
"Search
number is
on
elephant
for
out of a
Grinch who
C-17.
burned down
It'll
Christmas
hit the
tree."
ground like this if it's
Oh, so
based
it's a
in its weight.
Grinch.
How do you
Not
know?
an
Heat, light, and
arsonist,
sound of
not
that
a
motherfucker
dangerous
splattering.
anti-Christian psychopath.
Calculus,
No, it's a Grinch, an
electrocuting
amusing, dwarfishly
elephants
cute
back in
cartoon
the day
character
for free
absolutely
radios.
nobody can take seriously. But this is serious. These are not isolated
To
incidents.
solve the problem of
And they're
crime,
not
you
being
have to be
perpetrated by
able to
Grinches.
actually conduct
In Oakland,
experiments and make
California, a few
decisions.
days ago,
Science
still
can be dirty. You
unidentified
can ask, you ever watch
arsonist doused a
Tylenol to ask for an
52-foot Christmas
experiment?
tree in
You'll
Jack London
lose
Square
down
with
to
lighter fluid
2%.
and then burned it
100%
down.
of your yield turn into
Just this morning, right after midnight,
one
in the center of
out of 100
Midtown
pills.
Manhattan,
You'll make
someone torched
one
the Christmas
Tylenol
tree right
or
outside
whatever
Fox
the
News
mix is.
headquarters.
Down,
It went up in
down,
smoke
down.
while Shannon Bream was live on the air.
Sometimes one's harder than the other.
All right, a bit of breaking news for
That'd
you
be
tonight.
even harder
You're
if
looking
you
at
didn't have
live
a distilling
images.
flask.
This is the Fox Square in New York,
Yeah, to make
outside
one
of Fox
first.
headquarters. It
Missing
appears that
a
our
few
giant
photons.
Christmas tree
This
there,
is to start
just a couple
solving
minutes
the
ago, was
crime problem.
completely engulfed in flames. It appears crews are there on the scene. You see the smoke in the aftermath as they're trying to get that under control.
Yeah, come full circle
So
on
in
everybody's
this case,
table.
in the case of the tree right in front of Fox News in Manhattan, police caught the man they say did it. They tell us his name is Craig Tamahana.
Okay.
He had a lighter in his
This
pocket.
is-
Fox security saw him start the fire.
This
after he
is
climbed the
necessary,
tree.
apparently, if you're going to
Why
bring
did
up the
Tamahana
topic.
do this?
Well, he
we
brings
don't
himself
know.
in the case.
But the
This
more obvious question is,
was
why
why?
was he on the street in the first
I get
place?
where you get Jesse
According to
out
New York's
there.
police commissioner,
I get
Tamahana
that.
was wanted on several criminal offenses. Quote, he was issued earlier this year some
There you
appearance
go.
tickets
Overall
and didn't
satire
come
to the
back
differential.
court,
Here are two
which is
things
something we see
that
all
should, even in
often.
different position, have the
So here
same
we have
result.
yet another
But
criminal set
both
free
are wrong?
by left-wing ideologues to terrorize everyone else.
To at least a
This
certain
is the
degree.
third
And then what do we
arson
do with it?
attack on a Christmas tree.
Now
at
that we
least
caught it
a
in the
major
rabbit
American
trap, are
city
you going to go
in
the
the
long
past
game
week.
with now he's a
Time to connect
Catholic
some
you
dots
turned?
here? No.
No.
Here's the New York Times headline. headline, quote, Fox News Christmas tree catches
They're
fire
American.
in Manhattan.
Monkey.
Right. So it turns out the tree just caught fire. It's
Walmart,
self-immolated,
Home
the usual
Depot,
spontaneous
bro.
combustion in
Fuck.
Midtown. just
Get
like that
on
red
board.
SUV
No!
that went rogue after the Rittenhouse verdict in Wisconsin, and by itself murdered children and grandmothers in a parade.
Build
'cause
up, get a
sometimes
job.
these
We're gonna
things
help you
just
build
happen.
up some equity. $300 droid. Make
It
sure
wasn't
they
that
don't
long
look
ago,
at you like a
the New York
retard
Times
because
was a
ones don't are
semi-legitimate
technically
newspaper that
retarded on
reported the
test because
news.
you haven't taken the
It
ASVAB
wasn't
yet.
always a Stalinist propaganda outlet designed to confirm the
Technically.
bigotries
Even JP
of the
can't argue with me on
smallest-minded,
this one.
unhappiest, most self-satisfied people in America. In other words, it wasn't always.
So what's yours?
NPR.
I'll give you them
But
one
now
if you
it is,
wanted it, field
and very
theory, but that
few
seems a bit
people
heavy
are still
for
listening.
the
Everyone
range
who
of
actually
multi-world
lives in this country knows
circumstances.
exactly
So you
what's
go
going
18.
on. Look
You
around.
could go back.
Our streets are dangerous,
Do it.
much more dangerous than they've been in a long
We
time.
just had a video
decades.
this morning.
There are a lot of
on the
reasons
ASVAB.
for that, but one reason is our cities
Straight
are
glass,
overrun with mentally unstable
hyperbole
vagrants who
glass.
are living on the sidewalks.
Rectangle
Now, for
coordinates
a
to polar
long time, we've
coordinates.
called these people homeless. But let's
XY,
stop doing that.
ABE.
The homeless is
X
a
plus
political term,
Y
which is
prime
intentionally
equals X the
devised
square
to
root of Y.
mislead you. In fact, this problem has very little to do with homes or available housing or whatever
I
Orwellian
would like the
phrase they're
marshmallow
using
on
at
the
this point to
T-numbers
pretend
who's
these people have no
responsible
place
of
to
this,
stay.
please. You
A lot of
say
them
that this
could
is
be
done in
staying
infrastructure.
indoors.
Please cut
They
that
don't want
marshmallow
to
and data
because
compressed
they're
out
addicted to
so in
drugs.
such a way it's a
It's that
calculator
simple.
instead of Angry
America
Birds.
has a massive
That'd be
drug
fucking
crisis
fantastic.
now in progress. The rest of us have been trained to ignore it or deny it. But it's absolutely real. And if you live in a city, you cannot pretend it isn't.
Well, read the graffiti on the wall.
Andrew Yang
There you
ran
go.
for mayor of
Some
New
are
York this
in
spring,
the
and at one
index
point
where
made
it's
the
very
mistake of saying
difficult.
what
Where
every
third world
single
countries would
person
still
in
say
Manhattan
that we're
knows to be
privileged
true.
and weak.
Watch.
But if you go there,
Fact is, mentally ill,
Come here
homeless
from
men are changing the character of our neighborhoods.
Nigeria or wherever
A woman,
else.
my
That's
wife
Philly,
Ellen
brother.
is friends with in
Same
our mom
camera
group,
view
and
I
house
got.
teacher
I
was
don't
punched
know
in the
where
face
the
by a
fuck you
mentally ill
were
man.
this morning, but you might
Sent
want
a
to clock
picture of a
in.
bruised face around the mom group, spread like wildfire. This is happening in New York City, and we're not talking enough about it. Families are leaving.
This is
as a
happening
result.
under area
In
of a
East
curve, a
Harlem,
black
the neighborhood
pocket
has been
city.
changed.
New
Upper
York
West
is
Side, the
limited
neighborhood has
under
been
the
changed.
index of what's going
We
on here. You
owe
come
our
in
people
light, you're
and our
missing the
families better
resources.
than this,
And at
and
the
I'm
end of it, you'll
frustrated
be
by the
fighting against
political
those other ones
nature
inside
of
of the
these
system because
responses.
of it.
I mean, we're not talking about
Your wording's
housing
not right.
affordability. We're talking about
Tone
the
and
hundreds
frequency
of
gonna be
mentally
off.
ill people we all
Bosonic
see around
harmonics
us
gonna
every day
clash
on
into
the streets and the
collisions,
subways. There will
Fermilab,
be
and
no
then you'll be down.
recovery until we resolve
6
this. I
months.
will fix this, New
Thank you.
York.